everyone, today I'm working with Rusty with the trail class on the ground, and I decided to go ahead and make a video out of it. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm just working on his lunging just to warm him up. I always like to lunge before. I'm looking for a nice collected lunge here, nice collected trot. I don't want anything out of control. The whole thing is to get his mind thinking before we start. I normally do walk, trot, lope both ways. Here you can see he's pulling a little bit on the rope, but I just worked that out, not on the video, to where he's a little bit more relaxed on it. Then I go ahead and change directions, do it both ways at the walk, trot, and lope. Here, I'm trotting and working on his speed, so here I ask for a more extended trot right here, and then I ask him to collect it just using voice cues and my body language, and he does a lot more collected. Here is a lope. I'm not asking for collected or extended, just really making sure he's not pulling on that rope. Then I'm asking him to ground tie while I go ahead and set up the gait for trail that we're going to work on. Here I'm working on the gait. The biggest thing I'm noticing with him is he's not wanting to side pass over to it. So the biggest thing I'm working on is just letting him know that the rope is going to be on his back and it's going to go through him whenever he goes through the gate. Here I just decided to lunge him through it just because he was just acting a little nervous, so I figured that would be best in that time. I made sure he knew his side passing cues and his yielding hind quarter cues. He did good, so I just went ahead and did it a few times. Here I'm working on backing up through a 90-degree thing. Again, I just go ahead and lunge him through it both ways. He did good with this. Then we're working on just backing through it, because the gait and backing through it are things he always has trouble with on the trail pattern. So I'm really just trying to make sure he does good before our show Saturday. He's doing pretty good. He's definitely not as good on this side. He is confusing hindquarters and side passing, but we're just going to work through that. The last thing we're going to do is just work on some showmanship. So we're just working on ground classes. Here I'm having him trot around me while I'm walking, just to have him maintain a good gait. Here I'm doing the opposite side. Here he's not as good on the opposite side, but I always end with the back. Thanks for watching.